Hi there, it's David Young, the Resourceful Coach, and what we're going to talk a little bit about today is one of my 12 shots of golf videos, and we're looking to break 90. And what we're going to look at is 6 key shots you need to achieve this. So we're going to start at the beginning, your drive. Now, what do we need to achieve with the driver? Well, we need a golf shot that's going to go approximately anywhere between 175 and 190. If you can achieve that, you can break 90. And this is the whole idea of this video. It's not about how you technically swing the club, it's about how you go to the practice ground, work on your game to achieve these results. So off the tee, looking for, as I said, set yourself the goal of that 190. If you end up at about 175, that's absolutely fine. And it's how you do it. If it means you want to hit your driver, go for it. If you can get your hybrid that distance, but it's all about getting the ball in the fairway. So we're going to call it a fairway finder. Find what works for you. I'm going to hit 2 shots. Going to hit the driver, see what I get. Now, as I said, a lot of you guys who watch my videos, you may not be generating as much club head speed as you like. That's okay, it doesn't matter. As long as you can generate enough, and we're looking for around about 80 miles an hour with the driver, you can achieve what we want to do. So if you do go down the practice ground, you've got these top tracer machines, realize, yeah, if I can get around 80, 85 miles an hour, I can achieve what I want. It's then about getting consistency on that strike. So as I said, let's look at it. If I take the driver, can I put that down the fairway? And he said, you look at my swing, it's not the longest of swings. It's about being consistent. As I said, find that fairway. Okay, that's just going to go into the left rough. But what we'll do, we'll go down, we'll work out what the distance is. Have I achieved it? Now, if like that shot, you're not as consistent off the tee with your driver, but you know you can hit it straighter with your hybrid, and you can still get that 190, use your hybrid. Don't let the ego take over. Remember, this video is about what you need to achieve, not letting the ego take over. 175 to 190, if you can achieve that with your hybrid, all good. That's a much straighter shot. Found the fairway, job done. So yes, I might have been able to hit it a little bit further with the driver, but on this occasion I've put it in the rough. That's not giving me the best chance to get the result that I want. The hybrid put it straight down there. So there's our first shot. Let's go and look at another shot that's really key. If you can achieve it, it's going to make a massive difference to your game. So here's where the tee shot ended up, and we've got the ball, we hit the hybrid shot, and that's gone around about 185, exactly what we wanted in that area, 175 to 190, perfect. The tee shot with the driver went a little bit further, probably about 220, but we're in the rough, made the next shot more difficult. So again, look at what your options are, get the ball in play, get that fairway finder. But our second shot is what I call the maintainer. This is maintaining your game. It's that second shot down a par 5. You need this shot in your armory. You need to have it to break 90, and it's simply, can you advance a ball 150 yards up the fairway? Now, again, give yourself options. You're all different in your golf. Okay, I'm getting a little bit older. I'm finding now I'm much happier hitting hybrids than I am hitting irons. But I'm not saying one's better than the other. That's the important thing. So we're looking for that 150 up the fairway. That's what we're looking for. So I've got a little bit more lofted hybrid here than I hit off the tee. I know I'm happy with this club. I can hit this probably 170, and that's good. I think that's good to have that number. And if it goes 150, you're still okay. So like the tee shot, we gave you that 15, 20 yard bracket. Do the same with this. So can I get it 170 up there? But if it ends up 150, absolutely fine. Let's see what we get. Good, really happy with that. Most important thing, I found the fairway. So I've maintained my level, I've moved it up that hole. But as I said, there are options. If you're not comfortable hitting woods, 7 woods, hybrids, get an iron out. You could hit a 7 iron, 150, 160, hit your 7 iron. Keep it moving up the fairway. If you've got a club that's going to put you in trouble, get something that's going to keep you in play. That's the key thing. So it's down to what you feel comfortable with. Again, I've gone to an iron here. I've gone to a 6 iron today because it's a winter's day. Nice smooth swing. Move it up the fairway. 150 is good. Yep, nice solid strike. So either can work. I will always encourage you, if you can hit it further but maintain the same level of accuracy, play the longer club. because that 10-15 yards can help you to make it easier to break that 90, which is what we're after. Okay, now the next shot we're going to look at is really important. It's the one shot people don't practice because you hope you don't get it. So here's our third shot, and it's what I call the recovery shot. And we all get these. You watch the top players, they all end up in trouble. The difference between the guys on TV and the rest of us, they're very powerful. They can generate a lot of club head speed. Often they can get themselves out of trouble. But if we want to break 90, what do we need to do with this recovery shot? And it's a lot less than you think again. This is a shot, the most important thing is get it back on the fairway. So we're looking for a shot here of around about 100 yards. If you can gain 100 yards out of the rough, out of the trees, back on the fairway, up that par 5, you're doing what you need to do. Okay, looking at what we've got here, flag is straight where that tree is, but I've got a gap here between the two. I've just got to be clever. Because again, what I can do here, I can think, well, how far am I away from the hole? I'm probably close to 200 yards from the green, and the brain pulls out the club that's going to hit it 200 yards. But if I hit it out there, I'm going to end up 200 yards in the rough over the other side, or if 150 yards that way. So now be clever. Just take a little bit of time, think about what you're doing. We're looking for a shot here, as I said, 100 yards. Most of you take something like a 7 or an 8 iron, do just over a half swing, feel like you're only going here, would probably advance it that. That's all you need to do. And the great thing here is I want to keep it under the limbs of the tree. So I'm going underneath this. I'm just going to take a 7 iron. I'm setting up to the ball. The biggest thing I want to do is I want to feel very simple, as much as being up and down the line as possible. This is like a long chip and run. Okay, that's the thing, the way I look at it. So what I'm going to do technically, I'm going to grip a little bit down the club to get me a bit closer to the ball. It makes the swing, as I said, a bit more up and down the line I want to go. I'm not swinging around myself, could catch the ground. I'm going to get a much cleaner contact on the ball. I'm going to narrow the stance because, again, that gives me more control. And I'm looking at a spot up there. If I can land this 75, 80 yards, it'll run out to 100. So just looking to punch it out. 100 yards is your number. I've executed that nicely. Back into play. Because of the situation, what I'm looking at, that's now probably put me 80, 90 yards short of the green. Perfect. I've got a great opportunity to put the next one on the green. Amazingly, that's our fourth shot we're going to talk about. Inside 100 yards, that's 75 to 100 yard shot, making sure we execute that well. So let's go and find that ball. Hopefully, it's in the middle of the fair. Should be, because it landed in a nice place, and go from there. So here's our fourth shot. It's just simply what I call your green finder, and it's that shot really inside 100 yards. 100 yards, we're about 90 yards away here, but that's 75 to 100 yard shot. If you can get this ball on the green, you've done the job. That's going to break 90. This is probably the shot I see, probably after the tee shot, is the shot I see the most disasters happen. People are trying to put this 10 feet from the hole. They think, I've got to stick it right by the hole. If you're a tour player, yes. But if you're looking to break 90, anywhere on that green, anywhere where you can get the putter in your hand is a good thing. This is a shot, on average, you're going to take over 3 shots to get it in that hole. Okay, so you're looking at a shot where it's just about a third of the time you're going to get down in 4. So if you can hit that green, even around about 30, 35 feet, you're doing what you've got to do. So again, lower that expectation, bring it in line. Okay, keep it simple. Make sure you're taking enough club to get to the green. Don't leave it short. People say to me, I deliberately leave it short because I don't want to be past the flag. Get to the flag. The closer you can get, the better. Never going to stop you getting there. But don't deliberately leave it short of the green. Get the ball up onto the green. So, job here, hit the green. As long as I can do that, I'm achieving what I want. This is just from 90 yards. Really soft 9-iron. That's all I'm going to do. Really soft 9-iron. Pop it forward. So nicely on line towards the hole. We're on the green. 20 feet from the hole, job done, move on. So here's our 5th shot, and it's putting. And it doesn't matter what level you play to, this is the club you're going to use. On average, around about 40% of your shots are played with your putter. That doesn't matter if you're a player shooting 100, 90, 80, or you're on the PGA Tour. It's around about that number. 38 to 42% is sort of where we are. So what are we looking to do to break 90, okay? The key number we're looking for here is 20 feet. 20 feet is your goal. If you can 2-putt consistently from 20 feet, this is a 2-putt task, okay? 20 feet, about, for me, 8 paces, okay? 2.5 feet roughly, 8 paces, 20 feet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now, go to the green, practice putting green. Take a maximum of 3 balls. That's really important to understand. Why you only take 3 balls is because of 2 reasons. One, when you putt, the last thing you want to do is hit a putt short and it's in the way, and the chances are that if you've got 3 balls, only 3 balls, that percentage reduces. 2, I get it. If I putt too many balls from the same position, I get a little bit of backache. So again, that's the last thing I want you to have. And it doesn't matter what age you are. I tend to find even 20-year-olds, you're putting balls from the same position. After a while, the back doesn't feel quite as comfortable. So what's the goal? 2 putts, okay? Goal is I want to tap in. I want to roll this as close as I can. Inside a foot, tap it in, job done. Little bit of break on this, right to left, slightly downhill. Okay, let's see what we can do. Got 3 balls. So, well, I got my 2 putt. And again, that's exactly what I said. Look at that, so frustrating that I've hit 1 putt. I've got about 1/10 of the ball overhanging the hole, but job done. I've got my 2 putt. I probably would carry on and putt the other 2 balls, but because we're doing a video, we got rid of it. Okay, so 3 balls. See if we can do that again. If they can all be as easy as that as a tap in, I'll take it. Tiny bit more of a roll, would have had a 1 putt. Okay, stay up. Okay, speed's really good, like that putt. Actually preferred that than the one before. It felt it came better off the putter face. Gave the ball a chance, and again should be a good chance to get that down in 2. So only gone about 18 inches past. A little bit higher this one. Coming round. Well, okay, so again the speed of that, if it hadn't gone in, would have probably rolled to around about here. That was nice. Okay, so goal, what you're looking for, 20 feet, 8 paces, 2 putt it. If you can do that, you're going to start breaking 90 consistently. It's those 3 putts from that distance that are costing you. But don't get frustrated if you're not holing putts inside 10 feet. Because from 10 feet, you should only be holing roughly 1 in 5 as a player shooting 90. So realise 4 paces from the hole. If you're missing 4 out of 5, you're doing exactly what you should be doing. Get 2 putts. It's only when you're inside 5 feet should you be really holing putts all the time. But our key thing there, 20 feet, 8 paces, 2 putt it, and you're going to start breaking 90 every time. So here's our final shot, and it's the bunker shot. And it's the shot I think most amateur golfers don't get too excited about, but it's simply achieve one thing. If you want to break 90, just don't leave it in the bunker. Find a technique that gets you on the putting surface. That's it. That's all I'm going to say. Now, we're just going to give you a couple of little simple tips to help with that. Now, the important thing is when you play a greenside bunker shot, now there are 2 types of bunker shot, greenside and fairway. When you're playing a greenside bunker shot, even that ball there that's sitting really nice is still sitting slightly down into the sand. So the key thing is to always think, I want to take a certain amount of sand. And what I think is I try to hit about a ball width behind. That's what I'm thinking of doing. Now, here's the real important thing to understand. The direction that your golf ball is going to go, if you do not hit the ball, you hit the sand, is the direction the sand is going. So if you want to go for that flag, think to yourself, that's the direction I want to go. All right? Don't worry about opening the club, closing the club face down, opening your stance. Keep everything neutral. All right? If you just want to get this out of the bunker, it's creating enough energy that you hit about a ball behind, the club goes through the sand along the line you want to go, it will come out every time. A sand iron is designed to help you in the bunker, so I would encourage you to use one. But initially, just let it sit there as it's designed. What I mean is you don't need to open it up more to allow the bounce to work. Just let it sit as it's designed. From there, all I do now is I think, right, where I want to hit the sand is in the middle of my stance. I dig my feet into the sand. That lowers the arc of the swing. That helps me to hit that point behind the ball. And all I'm going to do now is think, hit the sand, keep the club going through the sand. That's it. 2/3 swing, and out comes the ball every time. Okay? Key thing to watch, and I know we haven't got a massive lip on this particular bunker, and none of our bunkers here have, okay? So people often say, can you do a deep bunker shot? Unfortunately, I haven't got the facilities to do it. But if you watch this ball, even with just letting the club sit naturally, there's my point behind, middle of my stance, dig my feet in. I mean, if you want to feel a little bit of weight left side, you can, but only about 60%, and just keep the club going through. Even that ball there, and I was paying more attention to that, got up here. So if the lip of the bunker here had been twice as much, that would have still come out of the bunker. And that's probably an average bunker shot. But that's the simplicity of what we're asking you to do. Your bunker shot, get it on the green. If that means you feel happier to go to the fat part of the green again, remember the shot we just practiced. Can I put it within 20 feet? Can I get down in 3 from this position? When you look at tour players, yes, the guy winning the tournament is getting on average 5 out of 6 down in 2 shots. The best players on tour are probably getting 4 out of 6 week in, week out. They are the best players getting down in 2. So you've got to realise still a third of the time they're getting down in 3. If you can get down 100% of the time down in 3, you will break 90. That will happen. So let's look at our 6 shots. Fairway finder, that's your first shot. Get it down that fairway, 175 to 190. That's what you need to do. If you can hit it further, bonus, but find the fairway. The maintainer, similar idea. We want 150 to 160 yards, maintaining our game, moving it up the fairway. Keep it going up the fairway. Okay, you saw what happened. As soon as I go in the rough and I got stuck behind a tree, I had to recover the shot. That was our third shot, the recovery shot. And what we're looking for there is just move it up the hole approximately 100 yards. If you can get a bit more, bonus, but don't be greedy. 100 yards is plenty. Like I did, I just punched a 7-iron out. Now, once you're around that 75 yard to 100 yard marker, hit the green. Don't think you should be putting it 10 feet from the flag. Lower that expectation. Anywhere on the green is good. If you take into account the idea of what we said, which was 2 putts from 20 feet, if you can get it in within 20 feet of the hole and 2 putt it, you are playing single figure golf. That's the difference. They're not making mistakes from that position. That's why they're taking 10 shots less around than you. So hit the green. If you can 2 putt it, great. But if you hit the green from that position and 9 times out of 10 you 2 putt it and the other time you 3 putt it, you are doing fine. Really important to understand that. Go to the putting green. Practice 2 putting from 8 paces, approximately 20 feet. If you want to challenge yourself and you want to make it better, go to 25 feet. If you can 2 putt from there, you're now playing single figure golf. And then our final shot, we're in the bunker. Keep it simple. The ball, if you hit the sand first and you keep the momentum of the club going through the sand, the ball is going to go where the sand goes. So you saw how square I stood. I had it, the point of entry into the sand was pretty central in my stance. If I hit that point and I keep the club going through the sand, I'm on the green. And that's all you got to do. There's nothing worse than you playing and you're in this position and you get to it and you stab at it. Oh, par 3, I'm here in 1, I'm now here for 2. And then you think, well, I've got to hit it harder, and bang, oh, now I've airmailed, oh, I'm nearly back up at the tee. So all of a sudden now I'm 40 yards away from the green after 3 shots. Get it on the green. It will make such a difference to your game. I hope you enjoyed that video. It's one of my 12 shots of golf. It's talking about how to break 90. It's 6 key shots that are going to make such a difference to your game. If you can go and practice them, work on those, I'll guarantee you'll be breaking 90 before you know it. If you have enjoyed the video, please share it with your friends, subscribe to the channel, and I look forward to seeing you soon.